Alright, hey everybody, this is Nash here with another Texas video for y'all today. Today I will be updating my previous video where I talked about some injuries that were sustained during the first week of fall camp, specifically during the first scrimmage. You never want to see a bunch of injuries happen during the first scrimmage, but that's what happened. Such is life. We got to move on, deal with it. Steve Sarkisian, he gave some official word today on these injuries. We got some good news that we weren't expecting, but we also got some bad news that we weren't expecting in that video. Let's get right into it. I know I'm getting this video out kind of late today, but if you happen to see this today or tomorrow, the spring practice is on Tuesday, so if you can get out there at 7 p.m., make it out, get to kind of warm up to the season coming up. It should be fun. Free admission. There's going to be plenty of space. Last year there was plenty of space to be able to get close. So, great, real fun time. I enjoyed it last year. Also, we got a signing event with the players. Valhalla Esports Lounge. So, go play some video games with them. Hang out. You got Alfred Collins, Vernon Broughton, Tavondre Sweat, Keandre Coburn, Anthony Cook, Troy O'Meary. A guy that, a little spoiler, we're going to have him step up a lot this season. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so I know life right now, it does feel like you're on the Titanic as a Longhorn fan. I know for me, it surely did, to kind of give you a little bit of spoiler. As a big Nayor fan, all hope is lost, season's over. That's when you also start talking about the other guy, these are some big holes to fill. But enough alluding to what happened. Let me show you what happened. Coach Steve Sarkisian has confirmed that Isaiah Nayor and offensive lineman Junior Angulau are now out for the season with torn ACLs. These are massive blows. Angulau is also supposed to be pressing for potential starting line duties at the center position. That's a very big. Even if you consider losing a backup guy, that is a huge position to lose a guy at. And we're going to have it looks like we're going to need Cole Hudson to step up. And another spoiler, you're going to see him in a future slide here. But Isaiah Nayor, that's an legit NFL prospect wide receiver, 6'3", 4'4", 220-pound range-ish. The dude is going up and jumping and mossing people. He's been balling out. He's got the speed to go just absolutely torch a defensive back. He's been getting open. There's been good stuff coming out about him in camp, and we've been really excited to see how he's going to look in the season. Well, unfortunately, that's going to have to wait till 2023. But just all those guys, Angulau and Nayor, all the T's and P's out there in the world for them, and I hope they have a great rehab and they're able to stay healthy physically and mentally and get back and come back stronger. So let's move on to the next guys. So we also lost Roschon Johnson, Jahdae Barron, and Cole Hudson. They were all banged up, and then also not mentioned in this is Alfred Collins. Now he's going to be out. These three, Roschon, Jahdae, and Cole, they are expected to be ready for the season opener come September 3rd versus ULM. Well, as far as I'm aware, I think Alfred Collins, I think he has a timetable of 4 to 6 weeks, which would at the earliest put him up against Alabama. And so right now, when you're considering in fall camp, when these guys are trying to get reps with the starting lineup and all that stuff, we're missing. So say there's 22 starters, 11 on each side of the ball. Okay, add in 8 guys that maybe at defensive line and running back that rotate in with the starters, so you could almost consider them a starter. That's 30 guys. Well, 6 guys taken away from that. That's 20%. That's 20% of what you could consider a starting lineup. This is a big deal in fall camp, but such is life. Injuries happen in football, and you got to move on. It's next man up. We need to have other guys step up. What does this do for Ajay Hall? We saw that. Sarkisian, he kind of Sounded like, we're trying to figure something out with the Jai Hall. I mean, I would very much expect to see him back saying, hey, he's done everything he needs to do. We're moving on. It's in the past. He's looking forward to being a great teammate, all that stuff. We should expect something like that in the next few weeks. I mean, I expect him to be out there on the opening field for the first day. Maybe not. Maybe he's out against Alabama for the first day. Who knows? We'll see where that goes. But then you got other guys like Casey Kane, Troy O'Meary, who I alluded to earlier. I mean, Troy O'Meary, that's going to be a dude. We need him to step up. Hopefully not get injured. I mean, major gripe about the turf at DKR. We need to go to natural grass. I'm not going to go any further on it because I can talk about that for 30 minutes. And nobody wants to hear me talk about that. But like we said, injuries are going to happen. It's football. You got to deal with it. You got to move on. Next man steps up. Let's go. Let's win some football games this year. I will be out there. Let's have some fun at the spring game. I keep saying spring game. Let's have some fun at the open practice. And then let's go win versus ULM to start the season. Hook 'em.